Welcome to National Care Academy, Basic Foundation course in Maths. Today, we learn about ratio and proportion. Proportion topic we will learn about this class. Okay. Good morning, Kana.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Ma. Okay. In previous class, I asked a question. Give some example in ratio for real life situations. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Kana. Now you are ready to answer this question?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Kana.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Kana. Diksha,
Yes, ma'am.
give some example, Kana.
Ma'am, books, ma'am.
Huh?
Ma'am, books 3:5.
3:5. Books quantities are you compare?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Kana. Super. And then next
Ma'am, and then pencil box 3:6.
pencil box. Okay, 3:6. Okay, Kana. Super. And then any other?
Ma'am, and then bulbs 2:9.
Bulbs. Okay, super. You just compare the quantity of bulbs. Yeah, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Kana. Super.
Ma'am, and then ma'am, keys 7:3.
Keys.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Kana. Super.
Bottles.
Bottles.
7:4.
Okay, you just compare the bottles.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Kana. Okay, any others?
Ma'am, and then
Utensils.
Yes, Kana. Srivasan.
ma'am, glasses.
Glasses. Okay, Kana.
Yes, ma'am. 2:1.
2:1. Okay, Kana. Okay, Srivasan, are you there?
Ma'am.
Yes, example, Kana.
Ma'am, tomato 2:4.
Okay, you just compare the tomatoes. 2:1 ratio. Yeah, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Kana, nice try.
Ma'am,
Yes, ma.
ma'am, age of father and daughter or son, ma'am.
Okay,
Father
Kana,
or
very good. Age of father and son or daughter. Okay, nice try.
ma'am,
Yes, ma.
ma'am, and prices of apple. Like in a shop, they would be saying if they would be saying 60 rupees, and in another shop they would be saying like 50 rupees, like that.
Okay. Very good, Kana. You just compare the shop in the rate
Yes.
basis, right? Okay, Kana. Super. Nice try.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Can I tell one more,
Yes, ma.
ma'am? An object and its shadow, because if there's a
Okay.
tree, if there's a tree, its shadows, its shadow height, height or width would be like it would be not same as the object, ma'am.
Ma'am, can I say
Just
one
compare.
more?
Just a minute, Kana. Now you say the shadows, objects and shadows. Yeah, right?
Yes,
Shapes.
ma'am.
Okay, Kana, nice try. And then now you say Kana, Diksha, Diya.
Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am, like
Bag.
Bags.
ma'am, parents, sorry, teachers and students.
Teachers and students. Compare the ratio of teachers and students. Very good, Kana. Nice try.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
The
Kana.
ratio is 10:9.
10:9. Okay, Kana.
Ma'am, like boys to girls.
Okay,
One
Kana.
is to
Boys to
boys to girls. 6:5.
Dog and cat. 7:8.
okay, Kana. Okay. Ratio means just compare the two quantities or more than two quantities. Okay, Kana.
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
Okay. Today
Yes, ma'am.
we discuss about the proportion. Okay, Kana.
Yes, ma'am.
We discuss about the topic proportion. Okay, ma. Proportion is a statement of equality between two ratios. Okay, Kana. Proportion means compare the two ratios. That is
Equality of two ratios.
very good. Equality of two ratios. Okay, Kana. Just say any ratio, Kana.
Ma'am, 7:3.
7:3. And then this is the one of the ratio. And then you compare the another ratio, Kana. That means 21 is 28. So this is also the ratio. Yeah, right?
Yes,
This is
ma'am.
one of the ratio, and then this also a ratio. Just compare the two ratios, but these ratios are equality. That means the simplest form. That means 3:1. You get the simplest form. Just you multiple into any number. That means 3. So just multiply 3 3s are 9 is to 3. So this is one of the ratio, and this also one of the ratio. From this ratio, from these two ratios are equal. Okay, Kana?
Yes, ma'am.
From this first ratio and second ratio are equal. So that's why this is called as a proportion. This is called as proportion. 3:1 and then 9:3. So this is one of the ratio, and this is also a ratio. Proportion we denote as east. That means 2:, we write, we called as proportion, Kana. Okay. Ratio symbol you write twice time. That means 2 times. East. So this is the proportion symbol, Kana. Are you clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Kana. Proportion means just a statement. That means equality between two ratios. You just compare the ratios between equality. Okay.
Yes,
Okay, ma.
ma'am.
Next, proportion can be written in two ways. First one, as two equal fractions. A divided by B equal to C divided by D. That means you write in the fraction term A by B. Yeah, right? Is equal to the another term C by D. This is the fraction form. You write this ratio form. Okay, Kana? You write the ratio form. Generally, we write A is to B is the ratio. Yeah, right? Equal to the next term C is to D. So equal means equality. Okay, Kana? So here we write a ratio term only, so we use the column only. Okay, Kana? We use column only in the ratio. Proportion, sorry. Proportion is a statement of equality between two ratios. So this is one of the ratio and this is another ratio. So two ratios in equality. So we write equal to. Okay, Kana? Now you understand the topic proportion.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Kana, what about others? Do you understand or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Kana. We meet next step. Generally, we write A is to B proportion. So this is the proportion symbol. Okay, Kana? This is
Yes,
the
ma'am.
proportion symbol. And then next to C proportion C ratio D. Sorry. That means A ratio B proportion to C ratio D. Okay, Kana? So this is the proportion symbol. You read as proportion or as. Okay, Kana? Proportion or as. You read. So A ratio B proportion C ratio D. This is the general form of proportion term, Kana. Okay. Okay. Okay, Kana. In human body, you have different parts. Yeah. Yeah. And like you have different parts. Yeah, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Kana. Okay. Proportion also have different parts. Two types of parts. Okay, Kana. Can I hear your voice, Kana?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Kana. Shall we move?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Kana. So proportion has two parts. Okay, that means extremes and means, Kana. Extremes and means. So this is the two parts.
Okay, ma'am.
The largest one is extreme, ma'am. The lowest one is middle. Ma'am.
Say your explanation, Kana, once again. Kana, just say your explanation again, Kana.
Ma'am, the A to D is extreme line, ma'am. B to
Okay,
C is
Kana.
middle line, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Super try. That means first term and last term refer to
Extreme.
extremes. And then second term and third term. That means inner part. Yeah, right? This is refers
Middle
to the
term, ma'am.
mean term or middle term. Okay, Kana? You just say mean or middle term. Okay, Kana?
Okay, ma'am.
All are understand the topic?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Okay, Kana. First term and last term we written as extreme. And then second term and third term we written as mean or middle term. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Kana. So here we see first term and fourth term we write as are known as extreme, and second term and third term, that means inner part is mean term or middle term. Okay. Okay. So this is one of the property also, Kana. So just keep the statement. If two ratios are not equal, then we say that they are not in proportion. Here, what is the definition of proportion, Kana? What is mean by proportion?
And is comparing two ratios.
Yeah, equality. Equality between
Ratios. There are equal.
correct answer, exact proportion meaning. That means Srivasan, are you there? Okay, Kana. Now I explain. Proportion means equality between two ratios. Okay. Now all are understand what is mean by proportion. Kana, can you hear my voice?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Proportion means equality between two ratios. Okay, let's move. Proportion means equality between two ratios. Okay, Kana? Two ratios. Suppose the ratios are not equal. Here we say, if two ratios, that means a ratio not equal, then we say proportion. They are not in proportion. Okay, Kana? ஒரு term வந்து ரேஷியோவாவே இல்ல அப்படின்னா ரேஷியோ வந்து ஈக்குவலாவே இல்ல அப்படின்னா ப்ரொபோர்ஷனே அந்த இடத்துல இருக்காதுன்னு சொல்றாங்க. கரெக்ட் தானே?
Yes, ma'am.
If two ratios are not equal, that means 3:1 equal to 2:1 is the simplest form. This is the ratio 1:2:1. This is not a equal term. Yeah, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So this term is not equal, and then we cannot find the proportion also. Okay, Kana? This is not a proportion term. So here we say that if two proportions are not equal, and then we say that they are not in proportion. Okay, got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Kana. Next, one example here. Given ratios 40:25 and 56:35. Okay. Here, are the ratios are in the proportion. Given ratios are proportion or not. Whether you check Kana. Okay. Okay. First we take the 1 minute Kana. 40:25 is the first one. Yeah, right?
Yes, ma'am. The proportion is
So,
25:40.
Just we divide the 40:25. Which table you can divide this?
Ma'am, 5 tables.
So, which time came 40 Kana in 5 table?
Ma'am, 5 8s are 40 and 5 5s are 25.
Very
Eight
good. 8 5s are 40 and 5 5s are 25. You get the simplest
8:5.
form 8:5. Here we cannot divide the 8:5 in same table. Yeah, right?
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
we stop the 8:5. Okay, Kana. Next given ratio is 56. Ratio 35. So just we divide the values. Which table you can divide this?
Ma'am, 7 tables.
Yeah, very good. 7 table.
7 8s are 56
Okay, Kana.
and 63.
7 8s are 56. Okay. So that's why we write 8. 7 5s are 35. Yeah, right?
35.
7 5s are 35. So we write 5. Okay, Kana. Here, this is the first ratio and this is the second ratio. So given ratios are equal because the simplest form also equal. Yeah, right?
Yes, ma'am.
That's why we say this is a proportion. Okay, Kana?
Second bunny.
Now you clear? Kana, can you hear my voice?
Yes. Background voice is coming from you, ma'am.
Okay, Kana, just mute, Kana. When you say the answer, you unmute. Okay. Okay, Kana. Here, first ratio is 40 is to 25, and then second ratio is 56 is to 35. So we take the two ratios, just compare the ratios are equal or not. So this is equal, that's why we say this is a proportion. Okay, Kana? Okay. So here two ratios are equal. First question, we say two ratios are equal, that's why we write the proportion. Okay, now I have a situation to you. Kana, I give you a situation, write the next ratio. Okay. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
here we see the picture. Kana, can you see the picture?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, in first picture, what can you see this? Any idea?
A cake, ma'am. A cake.
Cake. Okay, very good, super. Okay, Kana, yeah, right. Here is the question. How many cup of flour does the baker need to make 3 cakes? Here, I give 1 cake, okay? In 2 cup of flours, we make a 1 cake, okay? Here, 2 cup of cakes, 2 cup of flours we take to make a 1 cake, okay, Kana? Here is the question. We give 1 cake in the ratio of the form 2 cup of flours. That means you take 2 cup of flours in 1 cake we make. Okay, 2 is to 1. This is the ratio here given. Okay, now you
Yes,
understand.
ma'am.
You make 1 cake in the ratio form of 2 cup of flour. You add the ingredients. Okay, you add the ingredient
Yes, ma'am.
of flours. That's why I write 2, and then you make a 1 cake. Okay, so that's why we write 2 is to 1. Okay. Okay, from this question, how many cup of flour does the baker need to make 3 round cake? Here we make 1 cake only. Now we make 3 cakes. Okay, Kana? Now we make 3 cakes. How many flour you want? How many cup of flour you want to make 3?
7 or 6 cup of 6 cup of flour.
7, ma'am.
Correct answer. 6 is the correct answer. Okay. Because here 1 cup we take into 1 cake we take into 2 cup of flour. Yeah, right. So that's why you want
Yes,
a
ma'am.
3 cakes. You want a 3 cakes. So that's why we multiple the whole term into 3. So we get the 3 cake into how many cup of flour? Yeah, right. So that's why we multiply 2 is to 1 in 3. So 2 3s 2 3s are
6.
6.
6 is to 1 3 is 3. So here is the ratio. We find 6 is to 3, Gana. Okay. First term 2 is to 1.
Yes, ma'am.
I give 2 is to 1 ratio, and then you make 3 cakes. So we find the 6 is to 3 is the ratio. Okay, Kana? So this is the 2 ratio. From this 2 ratio are equal or not, Kana? From this 2 ratio are equal or not?
Yes, ma'am. Equal, ma'am.
How?
Ma'am, in 7 tables. it will
Unequal,
come,
ma'am.
Unequal. Why, Kana? Who say unequal?
No, ma'am. It is equal. 7 tables we can divide it, ma'am.
7 tables. Why? We take 7 table. Now I say clearly this is the one of the ratio and this also ratio. So this is the 2 ratio. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
First step. This is the 2 ratios. Now
Ma'am,
I
this
say
is not 21:63. It's not like that. Right?
okay. Now I say so first ratio is 2:1 Kanna. And then second ratio is so we write as proportion symbol. 2:1. Here we write proportion symbol and then we write 6:3. Yeah, right? So here we check this is proportion or not. Here we divide the 6:3 in 3 tables. You get it to 3:1 again. Yeah. So this ratio, first ratio also 2:1. So this is equal. First step we know. Second ratio we divide into 3 tables. You get the answer 2:1 again. Yeah, right? So first term and last term is equal. Okay, Kanan? First term and last term is equal. Okay. Here this is the first ratio and second ratio is equal. Then the given ratios are proportion or not. I ask question. 2 ratios are equal. Then the proportion are equal or not? Proportion or not?
Equal, ma'am. Equal.
Equal, that means a proportion. Yeah, right? Here we check
Yes,
the term proportion or not. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. It is proportion.
Proportion. Okay. So now we check 2:1 proportion. That means as 3:6. So this is one of the ratio and this also the ratio. Here proportion term you can divide the parts. First term and the last term. Yeah, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And then second term. Second term. And which compare 2:1 Kana first term and proportion to the term. Sorry. Just mute now. Yes, tell me. Kana, who write the pen? Okay. 3:6. Here, first term and last term you compare Kana. Okay. In proportion part.
Ma'am, first term is not proportion, but second term is
Middle term.
Okay, first term and last term. And then second we compare 1:3. Good Kana. Super. So 6 2s are 12 and then second term is 1 into 3. Okay, Kana? You just multiply the term. So 6 2s are 12 and then 1 into 3. Here we get into the answer 3. Okay, Kana?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. Here first term is 12 and then second is 3. Yes, Kana, tell.
In 3 tables it will divide, ma'am. So simplify form.
Okay, Kana. Here we cannot simplify the term. Okay. Here we find only the proportion or not because the first term and the last term we multiple. Okay. And then second term and third term we multiple. You get it and the answer is same or not. Suppose this answer is not same, this is not a proportion. Otherwise, the answer
We should not simplify it, right?
yes, we cannot simplify the term. Okay, now here
Okay.
we find 2 equal 20, 12 equal to 3. This is proportion or not, Kana? This is equal term. 12 is equal term or not? So no, very good. So this is not a proportion. Okay. Okay, Kana. You get the 2 equal ratios, Kana. You get 2 equal ratios. So just we compare the terms, but the terms are not equal. So this is not a proportion. Okay. That means 12 equal to 3 is not equal, Kana. So that's why this is not a proportion. Okay. All are clear, Kana, or not?
Yes, I'm clear.
Clear.
Ma'am,
Okay.
can you tell another example, ma'am?
Okay, very good. Okay,
Yes,
Kana.
ma'am.
You say the question.
Different sum, but same can you, ma'am?
Okay, I give the example. First, anyone give the number. Just you try proportion or not. Say
6:4.
6:4. Okay, this is one of the ratio. Okay.
3:2, ma'am.
3:2. Okay. Now you say the answer, Kana. This is proportion or not? Okay. First, which term you can compare?
6:4, ma'am.
Okay, very good. First term and last term you compare. So this means 6 into 12. Okay. Equal to, and then second term and third term.
Ma'am, how to find first term, last term, and middle term, ma'am?
Kana, here the value of 6 is first. Okay. Get the value 1. Here 2. 1 minute, Kana. The ratio is 6:4. And then next term, Kana. 3:2. Yeah, right? Here
Yes,
you
ma'am.
give the value of 6 is 1. And then 4, 2. And then 3 get 3 value. And 4. You know the place value and face value, Kana? In numbers.
Yes, ma'am.
So,
100,000.
yeah, very good. Ones, tens, 100,000. So that's why we apply here. Here 6 is the face value. Means again we get 6. Yeah, right? Place value means
Yes,
which
ma'am.
place this number locate. Okay, Kana? Which place this number is located. Here 6 is located in first place. Yeah, right? That's why we take first term.
Yes, ma'am.
Then 4 is located in the second
Okay, ma'am.
place. We write 2. Okay. And then third number we locate
Okay,
in
ma'am.
third place. That's why we write. Now you clear, Kana?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, Kana. That's why we take into the first term, last term. Okay. 6:4 and then proportion to 3:2. So this is your question, yeah, right? So now we take into first and fourth term, first term and fourth term. That means first value and last value.
6
So just multiply, Kana. 12, very good. 12. And then second term and third term. That means 4 into 3. 4 3s are
12.
very good. 12. Here we get the values 12 equal to 12. So this is equal or not?
Equal, ma'am.
12. So that's why we say this is a proportion. Okay.
Tables தெரியும்ல உங்களுக்கு tables
Kana?
Yes, ma'am.
Suppose you know the tables, just recall just learn the tables, okay, Kanna? Tomorrow onwards, we say the tables in first class, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Just say any tables.
Okay.
Tomorrow we read the tables, okay? So that's why we say the first answer, okay, Kanna? Kanna, can you hear my voice?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Kanna. We already learn about the tables, but you cannot touch the tables. Yeah, right? You cannot dictate.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Tomorrow we recall the tables, okay, Kanna? Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Kanna. Here the another question. Anyone read the question, Kanna?
Ma'am, can I?
Yes, ma'am.
Can I?
Okay, read,
Okay.
Kanna.
Ravi brought 20 paintbrushes for 240 rupees and Ram also brought 15 paintbrushes for 180 rupees. Find the proportion.
Very good, Kanna. Now, here the question is, Ravi brought 20 paint brushes for rupees 240 and Ram also brought 15 paint brush for rupees 180. Okay, Kanna? And then find the proportion. Okay, ma. Here, given the two quantities, that means paint brushes and rupees. Compare the rupees. Yeah, right? Here,
Yes, ma'am.
paint brushes are also given and then rupees also given. Okay, Kanna? Okay. Now, first we compare the brushes or price, Kanna. First we take anyone.
Brush, ma'am.
Brushes. Brush. Okay. Brush. We take 20 brushes in Ravi side. Okay. And then Ram brought 15 brushes. So we write in the ratio form 15, Kanna. Okay. Now clear?
Yes, ma'am.
First we compare the brushes only. So that's why I write 20 is to 50.
Ma'am, the ratio is 4:3. 4:3 the ratio.
Very good. Super. Just we divide the three tables. Then 4 3s are 20. So here we write 4. And then 5 3s are 15. You can write 5. Okay. 4. Sorry, Kanna. Sorry. 20 is to 15 is the ratio. Yeah, right? Here we divide the 5
Yes,
tables
ma'am.
only. So 4 5s are 20 and then 5 3s are 15. You divide the 5 tables, okay?
Okay.
Okay, Kanna. You get the simplest form 4 is to 3. Okay, Kanna?
Yes,
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Any other say? Just compare the rupees, Kanna. How to compare the
Ma'am, 4:3.
3, Kanna?
Ma'am,
4 is to 3. Correct answer. Just explain.
ma'am, when we divide 240 by 60, we get 4. And when we divide 180 by 60, we get 3.
Here we take 240.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Kanna? Next we take 180. Yeah, right?
Yes, ma'am. And
Divide the 10.
by 60.
10 you get 24 is to 18. Yeah, right?
Ma'am?
Yes,
60.
ma'am.
Ma'am, 60.
0.
Yes, ma'am, 60.
Kanna, here we take just we multiple into first divide into 10 tables. You get the simplest form. That means 240 is to 180. Yeah, right? Just you divide the 10 tables, just cancel the 0 term. So then we take into 24 into 18. Yeah, right?
Okay, ma'am. Then we
Okay.
divide 6.
Now you clear now?
Divided by 6, ma'am.
6 tables. Okay. How many times 6 multiple? You
Ma'am,
get into 24.
3 is to 4.
3 is to 4. Sorry,
Ma'am,
Kana.
4 is
Wrong
to
answer.
4 is to 3.
4 is to 3. Yeah, right.
Yes,
4 is
ma'am.
to 3. That
4 is to
means
3 is the answer.
4 are 24. So that's why we write 4. 6 3s are 18. So then we write 4 is to 3. Okay, Kana, now you clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Kana. So here we see the ratio of brushes also 4 is to 3. And then a ratio of price also 4 is to 3. Yeah. Kana, you clear? The simplest form. Kana, now you see the screen? Okay, Kana. Now you see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Kana. First, we find the ratio of brushes. And then we find the ratio of prices. Yeah, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Just compare the ratio of brushes and the ratio of prices. We written as 20 is to 15 equal to 240 is to 180. So this is the equal term. So this is the simplest form is equal. That's why we say the proportion. Okay, Kana? That's why we say the proportion.
Yes,
From this sum, parts also compare 4 is to 3 and second part also 4 is to 3. That means two ratios are equal. Okay. That means two
yes,
ratios
ma'am.
are equal. That's why we say this
Yes,
is
ma'am.
proportion. Okay, Kana? Two ratios are equal. So we set it to proportion. Okay. Kana, are you clear the problem?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
Shall we move to problem? Shall we to next problem? Okay, Kana. Here given the numbers. Find the given numbers are 30, 40, 45 and 60 in proportion or not. Just given the four numbers, you can find the proportion or not. Okay, this is the question. Okay, Gana. First, we take the two numbers 30 is to 40. Okay. First number is 30 and then second number is 40 and then third number is
45. 45 is to 60.
45 is to 60. We find the proportion. Okay. We find the proportion. So just compare the terms, first term and last term. Okay, Kanna? Okay. Srivarshan, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Kanna, you find the proportion, first term and last term.
Ma'am, 1 is to 2.
1 is to 2. Very good. That means you take the first value and the last value. That is 30 is to 60. Just you cancel that term, 0 term. So next we get 3 is to 6. You can divide 3 tables. Yeah, right? That is 1:2. So this is the simplest form. Very good, Srivarshan. Nice. Next, Madhumita, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Kana. Madhumita, say inner term. That is 40 is to
Ma'am, can I tell?
Ma'am, 8 is to
Ma'am,
9.
can I?
1 minute, Kana. Madhumita, say the
Ma'am,
answer.
8 is to 9, ma'am.
40 and 5 are 45.
8 is to 9. Otherwise, I give the chance to all, Kana. 8 is to 9. So this is the simplest form of 40 is to 45. Yeah, right?
Yes, ma'am.
8 is to 9. Okay, Kana. So this is the second comparison. So now this is equal or not, Kana? 1 is to equal to 8 is to 9 is equal or not?
No, ma'am.
Very good. So this is not equal. Yeah, right? So that's why we call this is not a proportion. Okay, Kana?
Ma'am,
Yes, Martel.
ma'am, I'm having one doubt, ma'am.
Yeah, Kana.
Ma'am, in last sum we compared the first term and then the
Okay.
second term, but now we
Okay.
are comparing the extreme and means term. Why, ma'am?
Kana, from previous term, we compare the brushes and prices. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
This is the 1 minute, Kana. So here, the first question is given the two types. That means you compare the brushes or prices. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
He give the two names. So we compare the name wise, you compare the brushes or rupees. Okay, Kana? That's why we take 20 is to 15. That means first number and third number. Yeah, right? 20 is to 15. That means. So here we compare the paintbrush only. So that's why I take into first term and the third term. And then compare rupees only. The units are same. Okay. From this question, you compare the units also. So rupees. So here we 20 brushes and 15 brushes. So we compare the brushes and prices. Now you clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Here, from this question, see, this is given only numbers. Yeah, right?
Yes,
Numbers
ma'am.
cannot separate the quantity amount of substance. Okay, Kana?
Yes, ma'am.
So that's why we take the same order 20 is to 40 and then 45 is to 60. Okay, Kana?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So super, Kana. Just keep it up. Okay, Kana. Tomorrow we find the another questions. Homework sum.
Yes, ma'am.
Tomorrow we find the homework sum. Do the ratio 15 centimeter to 2 meter and 10 second to 3 minutes. Okay, Kana? Here M means meter, here M means minutes. You just compare the time. Here meter or centimeter. You compare. Okay, Kana? Are you clear?
Ma'am, we have to compare 15 centimeter and 10 seconds, ma'am.
No. Here the units are 15 centimeter and 2 meter. Yeah, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is the same quantity. So this is 10 and 3 also same quantity. You just compare the quantities. Here the meter. So we take into convert into centimeter. Okay, Kana?
Yes, ma'am.
In first step we find centimeter or meter. You can change the term. Okay, Kana? This is one of the ratio. And then 10 seconds to 3 minutes. So here we take second or minutes. You just convert or minutes. Okay, Kana?
Yes, ma'am.
Tomorrow you find the answer.
Yes, ma'am.
Just compare the two terms. 15 centimeter to 2 meter and 10 second to 3 meter. Okay, Kanna?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. And this is one more problem for you. 63 liters is to 35 liters and 23 kilogram, 51 kilogram. Just compare the units, liter and liter. So we take into the first ratio. This is the second ratio. Okay, Kanna?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Kanna. Tomorrow we solve the problem.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, Kanna.
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubt in proportion topic, Kanna?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, Kanna. Now the session is ended. Tomorrow you learn tables plus work out the two problems. Okay, just recall the tables and work out the problems, two problems. Okay,
Okay,
Kanna?
ma'am. Okay,
Okay,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. Proposal.
Okay, Kanna. Thank you to all.
And then bye, ma'am.
Yes.
Bye. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day, ma'am. Have a nice day, ma'am.
Thank you, Kanna. Have a nice day. Ma'am.
மேம் இருக்கேங்க மேம் என் பண்ணிக்கலாமாங்க மேம்
என் பண்ணிக்கலாம் மேம்.
ஓகேங்க மேம்